Hello everyone, today I'm going to be making a simple quick hair bow tutorial for you guys, and I'm going to be using this double-sided ribbon. This is from 𝘬𝘬𝘪𝘭𝘪. They are on Etsy and they've also got an Instagram. I will link them in the description below so you can check those out. And with this being a double-sided ribbon, I can just use one piece for this bow. But if you don't have double-sided ribbon and you want to get a two-tone look, then just double up this piece of ribbon. So here I have got one piece double-sided. This is a 1.5 inch wide ribbon, or 38 to 40 millimeters wide will work. And this is cut to 37 centimeters in length, or just over 14.5 inches in length. And like I said, I've got one piece because I've got double-sided. If you haven't got double-sided, use two pieces at 37 centimeters and just line them up so you've got two colours on either side. Taking a lighter, you want to just heat seal the end of your ribbon, and this will prevent any fraying. I've got a few pins here and some all-purpose adhesive to hold our bow together whilst we're making it. So I'm just going to set those aside ready. To start off with, decide what colour you want to be on the top of the bow and what colour you want to be showing underneath. I want my denim and apple print to be on the top, and this piece is going to be the underside, which will just poke through the edges. So with my ribbon this way up, I'm going to make a figure of 8. To do that, I'm going to bring this side round and just lay it roughly around the centre, and then the bottom I'm going to bring it round, but this time going down. So this piece I brought round from the top, and this piece I'm going to bring round from the bottom. So you've got like this figure of 8, and then with these two ends, that is where you need to join them together. I'm going to use my all-purpose adhesive to join these together at the ends. I don't recommend using hot glue because that is hard to stitch through when it comes to making your pinch, whereas this ribbon is easier to sew through. So I'm just going to join those two ends together. Like that. And then next I'm going to put my fingers in these loops and just widen them and flatten them down and make them level. So I want the two ends to be level. Once they're level and the two straight edges are touching each other in the middle, you don't want them overlapping, you just want them touching each other. You can then use your pins to just hold those in place. So it looks like this. This will actually be the underside of the bow. This is going to be the top of the bow. I have made a tutorial like this before, and we've sewn through this middle to get a sort of nice different look on a tux bow, but we're not going to do that today. We're making something a little bit different. I'm going to sew my pinch in through the bottom so I can use the two straight edges as a guide. So I've got a needle here with some strong thread, and I've popped a knot in the end. And I'm going to sew 10 stitches down the lengths of these two sides. Now, because this is obviously the bottom of the bow, and I usually go in through the top for the first stitch, so I'm going to go up from the bottom because this is the top of the bow. So for my first stitch, I'm coming up from the bottom 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one on this side, 10. So they look like this, 10 stitches, and this is going to be the front side. And now we're going to repeat these stitches, continuing with the same piece of thread on the opposite length. So coming in through the opposite side from underneath for our first stitch, and then opposite for the second, and we're going to continue that all the way down. So we've got all of our stitches now in there on both sides matching, and then we can remove these pins now because we've got the stitches in there holding those all in place, and then we can pull on this end to pull in the pinch. So I'm just going to show you the front side, and I'm going to pull in the pinch now. Keep pulling until you feel it won't pull anymore, and then just wrap around that centre to hold that in place. And then on this underside I'm just going to go through catching a little bit of the ribbon, and then on the second go through I'm not going to pull it completely tight, I'm going to go through this loose loop, and that will form a knot and hold that all in place. Then I'm going to trim off the excess thread, and there you can see that gorgeous bow shape. What you end up with is a really pretty shape with that two-tone effect. Now I have made a pinwheel bow, base bow, to go with mine. This is optional because it does look beautiful as it is, but I just wanted to give it a little bit more depth with a pinwheel base bow. I've got a separate tutorial on how to make this. This was made using 30 centimeters of ribbon as in the tutorial. So here is a link to the tutorial for the base bow. Using my hot glue gun, I'm going to place some hot glue in the middle of my base bow and layer this one over the top. And then we can trim these tails. I'm going to trim them from the inner corner up diagonally. So I'm just going to trim this corner off diagonally, flip it over and do the same for the opposite side. So from the inner corner up diagonally, and I do like to slightly curve my corners just to give them a softer look. Heat seal the raw edge. Like that. And then I've already got a lined hair clip. lined with some matching red ribbon. I'm just going to place some glue across the top of this. This is a 45mm double-pronged hair clip. And I'm going to lay that across the bow, straight across so it's parallel with the bow. And then you can decide what you would like to do for the centre. So I'm taking a piece of the spotted ribbon for the centre of my bow. This is 7 centimetres in length and obviously still 4 centimetres wide. And what I'm going to do is make a Z shape with the top of this ribbon and heat seal the end and then pinch it together to keep it in place like that. And then do exactly the same on the opposite side. So a Z shape on there. Excuse all the sirens outside, something's going down. And then when you pull this ribbon, so you've got that nice twisty sort of gathered look in the middle, and then place some glue along the top middle of the bow. Place that ribbon across the middle. Bring it round to the underside of the bow. And then finish off by gluing the two ends down underneath the hair clip. So open up the clip and just tuck them underneath like that. And then you can gather this up a little bit more in the middle if you need to, just to give it more of a ruched twist look. And there you have your finished hair bow. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial today. If you did, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you press the bell button, that will turn on notifications. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye.